Most of us believe that putting water on your hair is the worst thing that you can do to it. So you can imagine the shock that my clients usually have when I tell them that I will need you to dampen your hair before you apply the Chebe butter. Welcome back to Mumina Wellness Solutions, and in this particular video we're going to do this girl's beautiful hair, and as always the hair was dampened and it was applied Chebe hair butter. She has beautiful hair. It's the highly porous one that shrinks immediately after you put in some small water. It has beautiful curls, and so the Chebe butter really sat well on it. And I detangled using, you can see there is a wide comb next to me. That is what I used to detangle. So I was not using the comb that I'm using to partition the hair, because if you detangle wet African hair with small combs or rough or tough material, it will break, because as we all understand, African hair is fragile when it is wet. So the question that most of us ask, whether African hair is fragile when wet or dry, I would actually say it's both. You can let me know your thoughts on this in the comment section, but I actually go with both, because when it's wet, if you don't use a good detangler or you use your hands well, you can easily pull it out and break it, and this will cause damages and splits and such. So what I usually do to avoid the brittleness of the damp or the wet hair, usually encourage my clients to apply the Chebe butter immediately the hair before it dries off. This will help in lock in the moisture, and it will prevent dryness of the scalp, showing that your hair is well moisturized, because our Chebe butter is rich in natural oils, natural butters, and it's enriched with Chebe powder that actually nourishes, protects, and prevents breakages, and this will also help to give you length and volume. So we all agree that African hair is a masterpiece of strength and versatility, but we also need to make sure that we are taking care of it when it's wet. It is very necessary. Now, can we talk about dry hair? This I'm sure most of us are aware of, because we have grown up knowing or being taught that we should not even allow water to get into our hairs, because it will cause breakages, it will start having splits and such. That is another thing that we need to unlearn, because as I have said, there are benefits of handling wet hair. And it is actually encouraged that you apply your butters and your oils or whatever you're going to apply before the hair completely dries off, so that it can actually take it in. Whatever you're doing, it can stick it up, because the strands are a bit open when they are wet. But also, this is also another problem, because if you don't handle it with care at this point, you might end up breaking or causing breakages for your strands. So let's talk about dry hair for a minute. So when the hair is dry, it can become brittle and prone to breakages, as we all understand. Because of our tight curls and kinks, our hair can be susceptible to damages if not properly moisturized. So anytime that you want to go, let's say you're doing blow drying your hair, you're doing the straightening, or you're doing the dry set, it's usually encouraged that you use some moisture to protect and prevent over drying, to prevent the effects of heat from getting to your hair. It's highly encouraged. And I always tell my clients that they can use the Chebe butter if you want to go do a dry set. Let's say a dry set, you can use Chebe butter comfortably, even if you've relaxed your hair, or if you have natural hair. After cleaning your hair, after deep conditioning it, then you apply the Chebe butter and you go for a dry set. Then afterwards, you can just do the normal combing, because your hair would have taken in all that goodness. And then repeated application, you just be using some kidogo moisture and you apply on your hair. It's very much encouraged. I also want to emphasize on the fact that African hair or growing hair is not necessarily on what you're doing on your outer scalp. That is basically, you need to make sure that you're taking care of your nutrition. For kids, you need to make sure that you're taking care of their nutrition. And as I said in my previous video, hair is a serious indicator of nutrition and health, especially for children who are vulnerable. So if you start noticing that your child's hair patterns or hair has been shedding, it has changed colors, the strands are becoming thinner, it can be an indicator of malnutrition. So it will be very advisable for you to ensure that you're taking care of their nutrition, ensuring that they are taking up adequate dense foods, all the nutrients, all the macronutrients, to prevent deficiencies can cause breakages and prevent hair growth. Another thing when it comes to kids hair care, I would also like to encourage you that once they are braided, it's not the end of applying the moisture or applying the butters. You can do repeated applications afterwards, and you just be dampening the hair and you're applying it. Please let me know the hair hacks that have worked for your baby girls in the comment section. By so doing, you will also be helping someone else who's looking for tips to grow their baby girl's hair or something like that. And because over here we are building a community of women who are out here to help each other to make sure that we look and feel our best. And make sure that you stay subscribed to Mumina Wellness. Follow me on all my socials at Mumina Wellness Solutions. This was the end result, and I think it came out really, really beautiful. She has an amazing hair. She has an amazing scalp. She's just gorgeous. So thank you so much for watching. Kindly let me know in the comment section what you'd like me to address about concerns on African hair. I'll be more than glad to do that.